Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Addiction Solutions with Roselle. So glad that you could join me for this episode as we continue in our 21-point manual. And what we're trying to do is let people understand that there is a workbook that explains to the individuals with an addiction. And remember, I always say addictions are not necessarily alcohol and drugs. They consist of other addictions, such as gambling, eating, sex, shopping, credit cards. Yes, all of these are addictions, and addictions are connected to feelings and emotions. So, as I say at the beginning of every show, go next door to your neighbor or down the street to your neighbor, your coworker on another floor, a church member, a friend, and let them know to go to Addiction Solutions with Roselle. Now, this is real easy. You go to YouTube, go to the search bar, type in specifically Addiction Solutions with Roselle, and it'll bring up my channel. Click and subscribe, and click to like. We would greatly appreciate it. Now, let's get on with the show. And again, any comments or concerns, you can contact me on my Facebook page. My email is Roselle, ROZELLE .white at the letter Y, mail.com. And I'll answer you back, or call me, 810-265-0115, and we can talk about solutions to addiction. So, we're going to get into the continuation of the 21-point manual, and we left off with, and I'm going to read up to the point, and then I'll tell you where we left off. We're in chapter 4, and it's the key to reading the text is to get your own understanding of the material. Later on in the book, I will talk about a sponsor and the sponsor's role in helping you to gain an understanding of the literature. It is important as you attend your 12-step meetings to get the basic text of that meeting as soon as you can. So this chapter deals with the literature of your 12-step program. So this is where I left off. It is possible that you will not have any money initially. Most recovering people do not enter 12-step meetings on a winning streak. Many times as you inform the group that you're a newcomer, someone may generously offer to buy you a book. Please do not look for someone to do this because it's not mandatory. But out of the goodness of somebody's heart, they might buy you a book. Nevertheless, I have seen older members buy new members a book. If you cannot afford a book, then many 12-step meetings have information pamphlets, or they call them IPs. Information pamphlets are condensed information of the basic text, and they are free for the newer member to take home and study. And this is until you can get on your feet and buy your own book, or like I said, somebody may donate you a book. Some 12-step meetings have condensed versions of the basic text with the 12 steps and 12 traditions in them. You may go to your local library and read the basic text from your particular 12-step programs. And if you are fortunate enough to have a computer, or if you have a cell phone, you may look up your particular 12-step program and read the literature online. So now in the new age where we have cell phones and we have computers, a lot of this information is online. So you can go, instead of, looking at Facebook and all of this new stuff they have out here now, TikTok, and, they got so much stuff now I can't even name it. Instead of looking at all that, why don't you look up whatever your addiction is, look up that particular literature, and who knows, you could sit there and all day just read, and anything by now, hopefully you have a sponsor, and if you don't, if you have questions, you can give somebody a call and say, hey, I don't quite understand this. But make sure that you have, like I said before, highlighters to highlight stuff that you don't understand. I want to cover your understanding of the 12-step program that you may attend and its literature. I told you in the previous paragraph to read the book or skim through trying to get a feel for the terminology. It is important when you are able to use some highlighters, I just mentioned that, and a dictionary. The highlighter will help you to highlight information that sticks out to you. This could be phrases or sayings that you may not yet understand at the time, but it caught your attention. Later on, when we talk about sponsorship, I will explain in detail the importance of highlighting. Your dictionary would be invaluable on your own time or in group study sessions. These are sessions outside of the actual 12-step meetings. You may discuss the word that you do not understand in the context of the literature. It is important to have pencils or pens and several notebooks. If you do not have any money at the time, and if you are addicted, it is very possible to be broke. But as you stay clean and your recovery progresses, you will be able to afford these necessities to help you understand your addiction and your recovery. Now, I'm not laughing at you because you're broke, because yours truly was broke as a joke. I couldn't buy a mosquito or hustling jacket because every dime that I got went to the betterment of the dope man and his family. I'd wake up in the morning, no cigarettes, which who cares about that? No telephone, wasn't no cell phones back then. No food, nothing to drink. 12 o'clock, I had $100. Hustling. 12:05, broke again. Again, no cigarettes, no food. But I bettered the dope man's life. And now I was high, or temporarily. So, I knew about 12-step meetings. I didn't care. I thought it was a bunch of garbage. I felt these people were possessed, it was a cult, whatever. Nothing could stop me from what I really wanted, and that was that heroin and a drink. I put this stuff together for the person who felt just like me. You don't have to feel like that anymore. There's help. It's help. Hey, going on over 30, past 32 years now. So I know it works. And I could buy a drink if I wanted one. So I'm going to stop here because I don't want to preach. I'm going to stop here. And so I want you to join me again next week as we're going to continue talking about the literature in a continuation of the 21-point manual. Have a great day. Stay blessed. I love you and look forward to seeing you next week. Goodbye.